Gonna have a little healthy protein shake as a snack. I'm trying to have less little treats. Psst, psst. Works every time. He has been a crazy feral boy lately. He's been in a very playful mood today. And this skirt is going to be our next project. When I thrifted this, I was thinking it would be really cute turned into a baby doll dress, but I feel like that would be very boring because all I really need to do is add a couple straps and it would be a dress. So I could turn this into a baby doll dress, but I think it would be more of a challenge if I turn this into a top kind of like this. And I really like the bottom hem of this skirt. And I feel like this bottom hem would look really good as the bottom hem of the sleeves. And I think we have enough fabric here to do that. So let's start mapping this out. And I'm gonna Frankenstein a pattern that I have to kind of make it work for this tie front top. And I think if I cut my sleeves on the fold on the outside of each side of the skirt, so I'll make one sleeve out of this side and then one sleeve out of this side, and then all of the fabric in the center, the front and the back panel, we'll have to work with for the front and back of our tie front top. And since this is gonna be a tie front top, it's gonna be a little more cropped, so it's probably gonna tie around my belly button. And I think I'll be able to get away with not needing to use as much fabric for this, especially when it comes to the front of this tie front top. It's gonna have a pretty low cut V, and my vision for styling this top is definitely gonna have like a tank top under it. So I don't need to worry about full coverage for the front of this top. And I'm gonna use the template that I made this top out of. I'm going to use the sleeves from this top, and I'm going to use the top portion where it ties. So I'm not going to include this bottom part, but then I'm going to Frankenstein the pattern pieces together to make like a body of the top that will just tie in the front. So it would look more like this for this bottom part, and the sleeves are going to have a lot more of like a bell shape than this sleeve here. So I'll use the pattern that I used for this top as a guide, just for the basic shape, but most of that pattern I'll be altering and adjusting to work for the fabric that I have. And this is the pattern that I bought from Hobby Lobby, and I'm gonna be using this as a reference. I'm not gonna be making one of these, but I'm basically going to use like this top portion here, and then, don't do it. No. So this is the sleeve from that pattern, and when I made the white tie front top that I just showed you guys, that fabric is really stretchy, and I wanted the sleeve to be more form-fitted and tight. So I actually cut the sleeve smaller so that that sleeve would be tighter, but this fabric is not stretchy. So I'm gonna have to add a couple inches to the side of this to give me some extra space. And I also want this bell to come out a little further. And this is how it looks opened up. So I'm going to cut my pattern on this outer fold here, and I'm going to make the other sleeve on the other side. And I'm thinking for the sleeve, maybe I'll make them 10 inches. So I'll just put a clip here. So basically I'll be cutting like a long triangle from this point up until this point here. And I'll definitely have to modify it once I cut the sleeve. But now I need to see how much fabric I have here in the center to make the back of the top and then the front of the top. And then for this side, I'm going to try to measure out about 10 inches for this side as well. And then we'll put a clip here. And now we know how much fabric here I have to work with. And this back panel should be cut on a fold, but I think I might just have to cut two separate panels. So if I can line one side up here, I don't think I have enough space because now this side kind of comes into where my sleeve is gonna be, unless I shortened it a little bit. So I decided I don't want to make it shorter. I want this length for the back, but I don't think I need it to be as wide as it is. So maybe I can take an inch off of this part. So if I can make this panel here work for two of these, I'm pretty confident I will have enough for my front panels, considering my front panels won't take up as much fabric as the back panel. So these are my two sleeves here, and then this is what I have left over. And then this is my altered back piece. I took in about 1 inch from the side. And right here, there is a seam, and this is supposed to be cut on a fold, but if I'm able to cut like this right up against this middle seam and then mirror it, I think I will have just enough to get this shape. So this will be enough for the back panel, but now I have to figure out how to make this work for our front panel. So I want to try to give more details on my thought process on how I make panels or like patterns without a pattern. So this is the panel that I have left over to make our 2 front panels that will connect with a tie. And I'm gonna use this top that I altered. It's a tie front top, so it's gonna have like a similar style. So this specific top has 2 ties, but this isn't how I want this top to look. Basically, the top that I'm making today is gonna have like a deep V-neck and then it will tie here. So if I fold this under like this, and then this is where our tie would be, then the back would be a little bit more fitted. So now I can tell that I need at least this much fabric to try to make this work as a top. And there is a center seam here. So ideally I would like to mirror whatever I do here on the other side. That way it's more symmetrical. This is the minimum we came up with. And this is where that side seam is. It looks like we have plenty of fabric to make this work. And so I think because of this shape, I can use this as my side seam, and then this will be a part of the neckline, and then this is where the tie would be. So I'm gonna seam rip up this seam here, and we'll use this as one panel and this as the other panel. So now we have the basic shape of our panels. We have our sleeves, the back panel, and then our 2 front panels, and then the tie is going to be right about here. So now these are the panels that we cut out for the front of our top. So I think I'm going to cut just behind my shoulder. That way I have some seam allowance to attach it to the top of the shoulder on the back panel. Now I can put the good sides together at the top of each shoulder. So this one's going to attach like this, and then this one will attach like this. And then we'll just do a straight stitch here and a straight stitch here. And for my machine settings, I have it set to a straight stitch. My stitch length is between a 3 and a 2, and my tension is about a 4. Okay, this is our progress update. We attached the 2 front panels to the back panel, and now it should look something like this. And the back panel has this curve that will go under the arm, and we need to make a similar curve on the front panel that will match up. So then the sides will attach like this on each side. And here's one of our sleeves. Right now it's just straight across at the top because this was the top waist of the skirt. But I'm gonna cut this at a diagonal, and then this is where it will attach to this part. So once we cut a curve at the top of the sleeve to fit with this opening here, it should look something like this. Can you see the vision? I think it's coming together. So after I attached the front 2 panels, I ended up with extra seam allowance here on the back panel. So I'm just going to cut right along this back shape here so that it lines up with the fabric here on the front panel. So now if I put it like this, and I want to try to line the bottom up on both sides. So I'm just going to add a few clips to the front part here. I'm only going to add my clips where I'm connecting 2 panels, so I'll probably stop right about here. And now I'm just going to flip this around. So now we can see the shape a lot better. This is the back panel, and I can just cut really close to this line here. And that should match up the side seams here and then the armhole as well. And now I can put the good sides together, and I'm going to sew a straight stitch down each side here. And now I'll put the good sides together on this side and do the same thing. Okay, so now before we cut the sleeve to fit into this armhole here, I'm going to put the good sides together, and I'm going to sew a straight stitch down each side. And now I'm just going to use my little mini iron and my ironing pad that I got on Amazon, and I'm going to press the side seams on both of these sleeves. So now to attach the sleeve, I need to cut out a portion of this that's going to match the armhole, and I'm just going to lay this right on top. And I'm just going to trace along this shape here, and it should look something like this. And now we can cut right along this mark I made here. And now I can start pinning this with the good sides together, and I'm going to match these two seams up, and then I can add a clip. Now with the good sides together, we're just going to go all the way around the armhole. And now we can attach the sleeve to the body of the top by just doing a straight stitch around the arm. Okay, so now it's the moment of truth. We're gonna see how this arm turned out. If it turned out good, great, we'll do the same thing to the other side. If not, then we're gonna have to figure out how to fix it. Did it work? I think this sleeve turned out perfect. Once I hem the front here, there's gonna be even less fabric. Obviously, I'm gonna be wearing this with a tank top underneath, but I still want more fabric in the front. So, we're gonna have to see how much scrap fabric we have left over, and I'll probably try to do some kind of panel here to add a little extra fabric to the front. Here's where we're at with our top. These are all of our scrap pieces that we have left over, and I want to come up with a panel that I can add to each side here. And this one and this one are the two biggest panels. So I'm thinking I can add this to the inside like this, and then just attach it up here at the shoulder and have it kind of taper in. And I want to try to utilize as much of this fabric as I can. So I'm going to put the good sides together. And now I can just sew right along this part here. Camper wants to show you guys her piggy ball. Very cool. So this is how it looks after we add those panels to the front. It just adds a little extra fabric and a little more coverage. So now I want to go through with my serger, and I'm going to do a rolled hem along this edge here. And I'm also going to go over all of the other raw edges that I have just to make sure that nothing comes unraveled. So for my serger, I'm going to do my rolled hem setting, which is letter C on the Singer Professional 5. And then I'm going to do my stitch length at a 1. And that's going to be for the raw edge that we see along the neckline. And then when I'm doing the inner seams, I'll probably move my stitch length to like a 3 or a 4. So I went around this whole neckline here, and I did the same trim along the bottom and then at the bottom of the sleeves just to make it a little more cohesive. And this is everything I have left over. I don't really think I have enough to make a tie, but I already tested it and I think I can tie this in a little knot in the front. It's not going to be a very long tie, but I can get it in a knot. So I'm going to show you guys now how I would style this. And just as a little reminder of where we started off with this thrifted paisley midi skirt, and we were able to turn it into something like this. I think this turned out perfect. Okay, maybe not perfect. There are a few things that I wish were a little different. For instance, I was able to get this tied in the front. There's just not a ton of fabric. I do kind of wish this was more of a bow, and I wish that the ties hang down longer. But considering I made this out of a skirt, we didn't have a ton of extra fabric to work with. But if you wanted to go to the craft store and just buy fabric, you could follow the same steps that I took in this video, but then just buy extra fabric to make the ties. Since I was making this out of a thrifted skirt, I was limited, But I think considering we made this out of a skirt, it turned out pretty darn good. Before I show you the back, don't judge me. I altered this skirt to be low rise, but for this outfit, I needed it to be high-waisted. So I made a little tie at the back. If I was gonna wear this out in public, I would just quickly make a couple darts at the sides. That way it sat higher on the waist. But I do like this skirt being low rise. For the sake of the outfit though, I do have it tied in the back. But here's how the back looks. And if the shoulders look a little bit bulky, it's because the tank top I have underneath, I had to put it off the shoulder so that it wouldn't show on the sides. I don't make long sleeves very often. One, because I live in Florida, and two, it's a little difficult getting it to match up with the armhole. In my opinion, I'm not a professional, so I'm still learning how to attach sleeves. But I think all things considered, this turned out pretty good. Let me know what your thoughts are on this, and I apologize for this video only having one alteration. I feel like it was a little more in-depth though because of the sleeves that we had to do. So hopefully you guys got something out of this video, and until next week, bye!